How's it going? Big Blue here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a melee moze build. I haven't seen many of these for some reason, but this thing does crazy damage. So the reason that the moze build does so well is going to be because of the grenade damage and the splash damage. Those two things are the main things that we're focusing on this build. If you are just here for the skill tree, I will put the skill tree up. If you do want it for a longer period of time, you will have to pause the video so you can see this skill tree completely. Two things I do want to cover really fast, guys. I have an affiliate link and a sponsor. So I am sponsored now by a company called Fatal Grips. They do accessories, mice, keyboards, all kinds of different things. And I needed, if you guys didn't know, I use a controller while I'm playing on PC. I got some grips from them and they're amazing. I honestly think they are really good. If you do decide you want to get something from them, I do have a link below. Just use the promo code BIGBLUE to get 10% off. Also, Sprizzy. If you guys haven't heard of Sprizzy and you are a content creator and you're trying to grow your channel, Sprizzy is the way to do it. I will be using Sprizzy on this video to try to get as many views as possible, so you will see just how well Sprizzy works and the difference in Sprizzy. But let's actually get into the video. That's what you guys are here for. Thank you for sitting through all of my promotions. So the reason that this build works so well is because I am using a level 1 Brawler's Ward. That level 1 Brawler's Ward is going to help me get that 300% increased melee damage, which in turn increases my grenade damage from the white elephant, which is also splash damage, so it's just multiplicative damage increases on moze. I looked and I didn't see any builds like this online. I don't know why, but this was a very simple build that I'm surprised that most people haven't at least done on their channel so people could see. I will go over the full breakdown of this build here in a second, but I wanted to give you guys some gameplay and just go over what's exactly happening with the build. One more thing that I am using that is level 1 is going to be a cloning maddening tracker. With that cloning maddening tracker, the reason that I'm using it as level 1 is so I can make sure I'm getting my health up as much as possible. With that level 1 Brawler's Ward, I'm not getting much health, so this way I'm able to get my health back constantly from those grenades. And I am using a knife drain white elephant, so every shot that I do also heals me. Those two things together is what keep me alive throughout doing massive amounts of damage. One of the major things you're going to note is you're not going to get major damage from shooting the enemy. It's those white elephant grenades that's going to give you the majority of your damage with this build. And as you've seen from the clips earlier, it can one-shot almost, if not every boss. If you are liking this build, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Blue Crew, stay updated to this build and all the new builds that I do bring out. Another reason that I'm going to be doing so much damage is going to be because of the Minesweeper. So I'm using a Minesweeper as my actual class mod, and all of those grenades from the white elephant from my face puncher have a chance to proc those Minesweeper grenades, and that's why you see so much damage randomly happening to the enemy. Once I get a critical and those grenades do go off, it increases the damage significantly. I do have really good rolls on all the equipment that I am using. I will also have the save file in my Discord. Go ahead and join that Discord and grab those save files if you are looking forward for this exact build so you can try it out for yourself. But as you just saw, it didn't take much at all to kill him. And you would think with only 24,000 health that you wouldn't be able to survive, but with all the lifesteal that I have here, it makes it where you're able to. Let me go over the build so you guys can actually see that. Okay guys, let's actually look at the weapons and the build and see what we have. So of course this is a melee build. Like I said earlier, I haven't seen many people do a melee build with moze. I don't really understand why. She is the splash damage queen. She is the one who's going to be able to do or get the most out of the face puncher with the white elephant because of all that splash damage you can get and just adding grenade damage to it. Anyways, the main one that I'm going to be using, I'm using a face puncher of course, but the main face puncher that I use is going to be the 391. You can also use the melee increase by 100% on action skill N, but this one does so much damage and it kills people with a grenade so fast that you don't really need it. Yes, I am using a level 1 Brawler's Reward. That way my shield is gone all the time and I get that huge melee damage increase. So I'm using a Minesweeper. The reason I'm using a Minesweeper is because with that face puncher, every time I shoot, all those grenades when they explode, with my white elephant, excuse me, every time those grenades explode, they have a chance to drop a Minesweeper grenade. And this is a really good rolled one with splash damage, melee damage, and grenade damage to really increase all the damage going into this build and really help the synergy. I'm using a knife drain white elephant. Knife drain white elephant is going to be good because every shot that I do is melee, so it's going to be giving me my life back. So it's not as hard to survive on moze with this. Honestly, you will still go down. You will. That's inevitable because you only have, I think, 21,000 life and no shields. But you don't go down very much at all because you're constantly shooting and you're throwing your grenades, the cloning maddening tracker, which is also a level 1. The reason that I have this as a level 1 is because you're able to throw it and hit enemies and you're going to get health back. You don't have to one-shot them with a grenade. This way you can actually get your life back and keep it going. Seems to work better like this, so I left it like this. Alright, shield to retribution tree, guys. Armored infantry, gun damage, damage reduction. There's nothing else to be said about it. That's what we need from. We need as much gun damage and as much damage reduction as we can possibly get, so we can make sure that we can survive and we can kill. Looking at Black Elf Ingenuity, the reason I got this is for those max shields. I'm not too worried about the shock resistance, but the shield recharge rate and the max shields is super nice. 4 out of 5 in that. Browning and Dras, gun damage plus 20% per stack. So that's really good. You only can have 3 stacks, yes, but that's 60% extra damage. So it's really nice. Experimental munitions for some more incendiary damage, seeing that a moze is mainly incendiary damage. In the bottomless mags tree, cloud lead for incendiary damage. Stoke the embers, again incendiary damage, using redistribution. So when I get those critical hits, I regen ammo. So if I'm fighting a boss and I do want to try to one clip him, if I'm hitting this critical spot, I can actually do that. The reason I have a point in Scrappy is just for that extra little weapon damage when you're moving, and I'm mostly always moving, so it's not really a problem. Plus you want to be moving for Russian offense. This skill gonna give you that 8% lifesteal while you're moving. It does apply to those sticky grenades when they explode also. Not that you really need it, but I had to have a lot of lifesteal in this build because you don't have shields pretty much at all. So scorching RPMs, critical hit damage. Critical hit damage. The Iron Bank is just for that magazine size. Last but not least, in the Demolition Woman tree, we have 7 points to end the fire in the Skag Den. Really good pickup because this skill actually scales with action skill damage, so it can give you even more damage. Super nice. Means of destruction for that ammo chance whenever I deal splash damage, which I always deal splash damage. And the grenade chance. Toward cross promotion, I have 8 out of 5 points in this to get that 48% increase in splash damage and that 24% chance to double the splash damage radius. So with mobs, usually you will shoot one guy and the white elephants will explode and it'll kill everybody that's in the vicinity of that guy. Stainless steel bear for that extra 20% damage for iron bear and for moze. Pull the holy pin for that crit chance. I'm using a lot of grenades in this build, so that crit chance is pretty important. Using vampire just to get my life back some more. If you wanted, you probably could have taken these points out and put them somewhere else, but I didn't see anywhere that worked as good as where I had these points. 2 points into explosive punctuation, so when I deal splash damage, my action skill cooldown. I honestly don't use Iron Bear very much, but if I needed to use him, let's say as an immunity phase to get out of something I was about to die, this is why I have these points in explosive punctuation. Last but not least will be short fuse. Whenever Moze deals gun damage, there is a chance of a secondary explosion centered on the target. This, I'm not sure if this works with the face puncher. I think I get little explosions that don't do much damage, but overall, it makes me have more damage, and I like the way that it feels in this build. On your Iron Bear, you literally can have anything. When I say I don't use my Iron Bear, I literally have the Bear Fist on because I don't use it. There's no need to. That is the guns, the actual build. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Blue Crew, stay updated with this build and all other builds that I will be doing. It is free to you, costs you nothing, and it helps me and my channel grow. I would really appreciate that. Blue Crew, as always, stay medicated, stay elevated. To the next video, guys. Peace.